Hello, Dr. Eric. Thank you for having your time with us for KM Talk. We'd like to talk about the future business landscape and the role of KM to drive it. As we all know that the future of business is changing rapidly with the emergence of the Asian middle class and the extensive use of social media, a lot of cyber threats, climate change, etc. How do you see companies in Asia moving towards managing expectations of their customers as well as their employees?
Wonderful. Thanks for that question. I certainly agree because firstly, there is the advancement of the internet with Internet Web 2.0. There is also the internet broadband penetration into all families, and of course business. To me, these days are very much changing from a customer attitude to an engagement attitude. So these days we are talking about not just to directly or indirectly sell to your customers, but trying to understand what customer, industry, and community need, and try to engage customers, potential customers, consumers, and so forth, just to better understand about the market and the needs first, and then the relationship and trust start to grow from there. So I think organizations need a loyal and good and also competent employees, knowledge workers, to help them with identifying good connections, build trust, and be able to leverage on collective wisdom of globalized organizations in order to pursue good business and good growth in this new economy.
What do you think the role of this customer knowledge now in deciding the company's business strategies?
Here and another very challenging question. If you look at evolution of customer knowledge, very much in the past 10 to 20 years is very much based on the progression of the field on customer relationship management and identification and collection of interaction points and analytics with customers, so-called business intelligence and even knowledge discovery. Again, thanks to the advancement of internet technologies, we have Internet of Things. More and more things are having, sensory input. We can feel it. We can access even the mobility as well as the location of a lot of devices that are hooked up to the internet. So with all this proliferation of data and massive amount of information coming in, I think it presents a very, huge opportunities for organizations to intelligently harness, tap into various resources and various sources of data, and try to make good use of these data in real time, in particular, in order to help them to, for example, analyze emerging trends, for example, capitalize on opportunities, and most importantly, personalize their recommendations and offerings or even solutions for individual clients. I think some organizations are surely heading that way with varying degrees of success. Early days, but I expect very exciting opportunities to come through in the next few years.
So do you basically do you see now customers as the partners where actually they come in and join the business meetings, the strategy meetings, and actually set the direction of the companies?
Very much so, not just partners, but collaborators, informers, network connectors, and all sorts of roles. Because as I said earlier, due to the proliferation of data, due to the expansion of our social and professional network, and also hopefully good trust that's being built with our employees and loyalty and so forth. Entities, whether they are consumers or customers out there, can play various different types of roles. So I would say that yes, various forms are there, and also from time to time, the single entity may actually present itself as sometimes a partner, sometimes an informer, sometimes a connection or connector to enable us to connect with other expertise or other businesses to pursue our growth. So very exciting indeed.
Yeah, very interesting. The next point would be more onto the knowledge management system or platform that the companies have been using. How do you see the best way to approach a knowledge management platform with the advent of cloud computing and social media? Previously we just used to have a simple portal and there was no social media like even 5 or 8 years back. How do you see now the companies are going to approach developing a knowledge management platform when they know that they have a lot of solutions in the cloud and they can also use various forms of social media?
Excellent. Very exciting question indeed. I don't know whether I have all the time to try to respond to this question, but several core things come to my mind instantly. Firstly, there is the enhancement of or there's a need to enhance personal KM competencies and skills by individual knowledge workers, thereby enabling them to better handle information overload, to better retrieve, tap into quality sources, and also do classifications individually and also in a collective sense. Plus, good personal KM can also help people to build, maintain, and expand, as well as leverage on the good trust of the social international networks, professional networks that they so build. The second factor, as you mentioned, is about cloud computing. Now, at the moment, a lot of organizations are contemplating whether to go cloud or not, and they are, wrestling with issues like privacy, confidentiality, cost, scalability, and so forth. But I see a much greener pasture in the cloud. For example, in the cloud, under one roof, we can source expertise from human beings, we can source resources from machines. So that presents a huge and fertile opportunity for us to explore both practically and also in research about human computers cooperative problem solving. Amazon Mechanical Turk, a beta project in Amazon for the past 6 or 7 years, is an excellent example about how humans can actually declare some human-specific intelligent tasks for a massive number of people to answer and respond. We can source ideas from them. We can source expertise from groups of people by offering very small incentives. Other innovation cloud services website includes Quora, which is a differentiated bulletin board. You can actually direct your questions to the most appropriate and most qualified or most highly rated peer group in order to answer the questions. Hopefully, with a much higher chance of getting quality answers. Then there's also cloud workforce that presents themselves as a dynamic team of people. A brain power, in other words, a train of brain power in the cloud that is ready and willing to take on your task. And so far, the business model has been very attractive. For example, organizations can tap into these resources, monitor the progress, and don't even have to pay a cent until they're happy with the deliverables. So all these things are happening and happening rapidly, excitingly in the cloud. So I believe a combination of moving to the cloud with a careful selection of cloud-based intelligent services and also enhancement of personal KM skills will steer organizations towards a brighter future. And I expect that in years to come there will be a fusion of, for example, enterprise knowledge dashboards and also personal dashboards as well. So again, it's a very exciting time to come.
Oh, thank you. This is very interesting insight in the sense that now you'll be having sort of remote workforce. I mean, people maybe don't need to be all together in a certain HQ, or you actually have workforce in the cloud. So that's a very interesting area that the business is going to, embark upon soon. The next point is that how do you see the need of KM 5 years from now, and where to focus?
Once again, thank you for the questions. Very much along the lines that I have foreshadowed in the previous response. In fact, what I said in the previous response is already has already happened and is growing rapidly. You only have to turn to a recent article from the Harvard Business Review and also Sloan Management Review, and they reported that something like 30,000 of these kind of workforce organizations in the clouds are available. Concepts like cloud sourcing, human cloud, and also drawing resources from the clouds are becoming to be regular terms in business. So in order to reap these benefits, I think organizations need to become more and more agile, and their workforce can be a combination of employees, contractors, as well as on ad hoc basis, sourcing expertise, ideas, and other things from the cloud, from various locations. So different teams combining with the appropriate amount of expertise, degree of expertise, can help to foreshadow solutions and solve problems in this highly unstructured working environment that we are facing.
Yeah, so KM will actually have a different dimensions 2 years from now.
Absolutely. Chip, thank you for giving me the opportunity to respond to this set of questions. I like this interview, so thank you very much, and I hope to see you either in Malaysia or some other locations soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.